Hey, did you know that one of the biggest risks in any laboratory is complex instrument failure or a tricky sample? It's something much simpler: the layout of the lab itself. Whether you're in a food testing, environmental analysis, or clinical microbiology lab, how you organize your space can make or break the integrity of your results. Surprisingly, many seasoned professionals I meet aren't familiar with the E1, E2, and E3 zoning model. If you're one of them, or just want a refresher, you've come to the right place. Understanding this is crucial for anyone serious about quality control and regulatory compliance, especially with bodies like the FDA, EPA, and CLIA watching. So, what is this E1, E2, E3 system all about? At its core, it's a risk-based approach to laboratory design. The main goal is to create physical or procedural barriers that prevent cross-contamination. Think of it like a one-way street for your samples. They move from dirty or raw stages to clean or analytical stages, but never backward. This simple concept protects the most sensitive and critical part of your workflow, the final analysis, from being compromised by anything that came before it. Each zone has a different risk level and therefore different rules. Let's break them down. First up, we have Zone E1. This is your low-risk, non-laboratory area. Think of it as the lab's command center. This is where you'll find offices, administrative desks, break rooms, and meeting spaces. The main activities here are paperwork, data entry, and team meetings. Since there are no samples or reagents, the control measures are basic, like standard office cleaning. The primary risk isn't sample contamination, but rather procedural errors originating from administrative mistakes. For example, a sample accessioning error made in an E1 office could lead to testing the wrong sample or applying the wrong method later on. So while it's low risk, maintaining order here is still foundational to the entire lab's operation. Next, we move into the lab proper with Zone E2. This is the sample reception and preparation area. This zone is a hive of activity. It's where you receive shipments, log samples, homogenize, dilute, weigh, and perform initial extractions. For a food lab, this is where you'd be blending a raw chicken sample. In an environmental lab, you might be filtering water or sieving soil. Because you're handling raw, often highly concentrated samples, the potential for contamination is significant. Controls here are much stricter. You'll need dedicated personal protective equipment, like different lab coats or gloves for this zone. You'll also see specific biosafety cabinets, fume hoods, and rigorous cleaning procedures to prevent aerosols and particulates from spreading. If you mess up here, say, a tiny aerosol from blending that raw chicken sample drifts over to your prepared sample area, you risk creating a false positive, leading to an unnecessary product recall and a huge headache for your client. Finally, we arrive at the heart of the laboratory, Zone E3. This is the clean zone, the inner sanctum. It's where the most critical and sensitive analytical work happens. This includes activities like PCR for pathogen detection, chromatography for chemical analysis, or plating for microbial enumeration. In a CLIA-regulated clinical lab, this is where you'd be running patient diagnostic tests. The goal of Zone E3 is to protect the analysis from any and all contamination. The controls are at their peak here. Access is often restricted. There might be positive air pressure, and you'll absolutely need dedicated equipment, pipettes, and lab coats that never, ever leave this zone. The risk here is immense. Even a microscopic contaminant from Zone E2 could be amplified by a PCR machine, turning a negative sample into a false positive. For an EPA-regulated lab, this could mean falsely reporting a carcinogen in a water supply. The consequences are severe, impacting public health, regulatory compliance, and your lab's reputation. So, by designating these zones and controlling the flow of people, samples, and equipment between them, you build a robust system that protects the integrity of your data from start to finish. It's a simple framework, but its impact on quality and compliance is massive. If you are a quality professional in the United States, subscribe to our channel. We have a playlist with several videos with themes that will help you upgrade your career. Thanks for watching.